Of the historic courses which have played host to golf's oldest major, the championship course at Carnoustie is almost unanimously regarded as the toughest test. Since 1931, the great champions of every era have visited this links, but very few have conquered it, and the scenes of heartbreak are all too familiar. The rich history of this hallowed turf could be easily forgotten in the shadow of its formidable reputation, but it's worth remembering that Carnoustie has been a pioneer in many respects. The earliest parish records show that golf has been played here for almost 500 years. The Carnoustie Golf Club is the oldest artisan club in the world, and the town is home to the oldest ladies' golf club in existence. But perhaps more significantly, this small town on the coast in Angus provided many of golf's earliest ambassadors, responsible for travelling the globe and spreading the golfing gospel. The influence of Carnoustie was particularly strong in the United States. Stuart Maiden succeeded his brother Jimmy as the professional of Eastlake in Atlanta and served as a mentor to the great Bobby Jones. And the Smith brothers, Willie, Alex and McDonald, won 3 US Opens and countless other titles between them. This progressive ambition to make the game more accessible lives on today.
I actually believe that innovation is in Carnoustie's DNA. And what I wanted to do once I became chairman was to try and make it more inclusive, modernise it, make it someplace people wanted to come and play. So at Carnoustie we've now got a huge junior programme. We've got 270 juniors that come for golf lessons, and because of the charitable status they get their golf lessons for free. Anybody between primary 1 and leaving school in 6th year will get free access to golf lessons. We've introduced a women in golf programme, and one thing that we're doing which is particularly close to my heart is that we have set up a group called Memories Golf, and that's dealing with people who have dementia. And these are people who have very, very poor mobility. Some of them can't walk, and it's absolutely amazing when you hand them a golf club. They almost stand up straight and they remember the golf swing, and you can see them swing. It's phenomenal, and it's really heartwarming to be able to do all these things at Carnoustie.
There's no getting away from the demanding layout that we see today, and the moment you tee off, the premium on precise play is readily apparent. The Barry Burn meanders throughout the course, and as Bernard Darwin remarked, there really is some justification for the nervous golfer who has water on the brain after a round at Carnoustie. The 6th hole, Hogan's Alley, perfectly captures the underlying ethos of the course. A heroic choice of shot that, if properly executed, will be rewarded, but severely punished if not. Ultimately, it's the final 3 holes which make or break a round at Carnoustie. The 16th is a 250-yard par 3 featuring slopes which make it notoriously difficult to hold the green. The 17th demands a precise tee shot to find the island fairway, and the 18th tee shot is quite simply one of the toughest you will find anywhere in the world, and the graveyard of many open dreams.
The real crucial part of this is the last 3. Now, when Braid introduced the par 3 for 16, which was a short 4, the tee was further back. Well, Tom Watson, as you may know, never had a par on that over five rounds in the 75 Open. He bogeyed it every time, and he won. And then 17, well, what do you say? You know, the burn in front of the tee, all the way up the left, then across the fairway again. You've just got to get on that island with whatever tee shot. So it's again precision, and that's what links golf really is meant to be. Accuracy. It's not distance, it's accuracy. You've negotiated the Barry Burn, hopefully, because any shot going left at 17 is in water, because the fairway's firm and hard. They're going to run. So then 18th, well, we're again, burn in front of the tee. If you go left at all off the tee, problem. If you go right off the tee, you're in the water as well, because the big bend in the burn, which you will experience. And of course the second shot you have to hit over the burn to the green, and if the pin's at the front of the green, it's very hard to get anywhere near it, because you've got to clear the burn, and it's a slight downhill run to the green. Again, well bunkered at the 18th green. So an OB on the left. If you hook it at all, you're through the fence on the putting green. So it's not difficult to see anybody that's played these 3 holes how well you play your shots. You've got to be spot on. You can't make any errors on the last 3, and 15's not far behind. No, it is anybody finishing on that 15th tee with 4 pars would grab it in a minute if you offered it to them, I'm quite sure.
This layout has been the product of several great men, each building on their predecessors' work. In 1842, the preeminent professional golfer of the day, Alan Robertson, laid out a 10-hole course with the help of his young apprentice, a 21-year-old by the name of Tom Morris. Tom would return to Carnoustie in 1867 to extend the layout to 18 holes, and it's apparent that his legacy is still felt on this coastline. In 1926, James Braid introduced some substantial changes to the routing in preparation for the course to host the Open Championship. One of the lesser-known contributors was the Dundee accountant James Wright, who redesigned the final 3 holes to ensure a stronger finish for the 1937 Open. And the final figure in the evolution of the links is John Philp, credited with restoring Carnoustie to the Open Rotor in 1999 after a 24-year hiatus. But ultimately, the lasting legacy left by this links is one of grit and determination. The scene of the most infamous golfing collapse in the history of the majors, Carnoustie reminds you that no lead is ever safe. But more importantly, oft forgotten in the tale of Jean van der Velde, the moral of the story should not be one of loss, but the story of a local boy whose never say die attitude led to obliterating the field in the final day with a round of 67, overcoming a 10-shot deficit to complete the biggest final round comeback in major golf history.
I remember standing on the balcony of the hotel with my youngest son, who was 10 at the time, watching Jean van der Velde in the lead at the Open. You know, he was a clear winner. Everybody thought he was a clear winner, and we didn't know what was happening. We saw him drive off, and we thought he'd actually hit out to the island on purpose. I'm saying he's gone out that way on purpose. He's gone way out there.
Oh, you lucky little rascal.
But then it just unfolded, and I don't think anyone will ever forget Peter Allis's commentary at that point in time.
Oh, Jean. What are you doing? What on earth are you doing? No, Jean, please. Would somebody kindly go and stop him? Give him a large brandy and mop him down.
But from my point of view, the real legacy is Paul Lawrie. Paul Lawrie played outstanding golf that day. During the playoff, you would not have got somebody that played a better 4-hole playoff. And to come down 18 and hit the 4-iron that he did onto the green was phenomenal. I get goosebumps. I still get goosebumps, thinking about that. He was a truly, truly worthy winner. And we are so proud to have Paul as a winner at Carnoustie.
The remarkable comeback story of Paul Lawrie highlights the underlying nature of Carnoustie. When you speak to those in the know, the overwhelming sentiment is one of reverence. Respect the links and it will reward you. It's a far cry from the bomb and gouge style of play that's worked in so many other of golf's majors. At Carnoustie, a player must think their way round through the fantastically bunkered linksland. And with thought and patience as your ally, you may, just may, have a chance of success.
It's a very honest place to play golf. The course remains what it is, and has always been a great challenge, you know. These courses were sort of built with a west wind in mind. That was your summer wind. That wind has become very, very difficult to predict, if you like. So you're getting crosswinds, you're getting east winds. So in essence, the course has become harder. But always bear in mind, it's a very fair course, you know. The person that goes out there thinking is the one that will succeed and have a good time. It's not a course to be frightened of. It's the course to be sensible with. And if you respect that, then you'll do well here.